I just found the most mutant creature in the fish kingdom. It is literally an alien that has the legs of a frog and the characteristics of an anglerfish. But instead of swimming like a normal fish, it literally has arms and legs that they walk around with. And that's not even mentioning it has one of the most deadly and questionable behaviors out of any other fish. Yep, God just hit randomized animal creation and said, well, this weirdly mad creature is actually available for you to buy at the pet store. So in this video, I'm going to buy one, but undercover all of its superpowers, like its own lure to attract prey, super gliders they can glide with, and even its ability to shapeshift to objects around them. So to build a home for our new friend, we have to mimic where they live at in the wild, which would actually be on the ocean floor, next to a lot of hiding places, because after all, these things are ambush predators. For this project, I got a 30-gallon tank and started gluing in the filtration system.
Alright guys, the gun is not going to work very well, so I just have my own right here.
After it dried for about a day, I brought it right next to my desk. Alright guys, now that the tank is in the spot, I need to install all the filtration. For the filter, I got this pump. I'm using 2 heaters because these are kind of small. This step was actually very important to do because this carbon helps the water stay clean. But all in all, this design is fairly simple but adds very adequate filtration for a new home. But since frogfish rely on its territory to hide, I thought it was pretty necessary to find rocks for our fish to hide in. At the tide pools, I saw a bunch of tiny fish and a cool anemone, but my main goal was to collect small rocks like this with a lot of growth on them. Adding in a bunch of these rocks with a lot of growth is very beneficial for our tank, so we don't even have to cycle it. The sand I'm collecting here is live sand, so that basically means the sand is alive, so it's very beneficial for our tank. When I got home, I filled up the filtration with rocks that I got from eBay. Alright guys, I also got the sand from Craigslist. There's a ton of beneficial bacteria. After I poured out all the sand inside of the tank, I leveled it out to get an even layer. Okay guys, I actually found these rocks on the street, and these will be the display rocks. While I was laying these rocks out, I was trying to simulate kind of the side of a mountain. Then it was time to fill the tank up with sewage water. Alright guys, the water is finally topped off. I'm just gonna turn everything on now. The tank was finally done and I let it sit for about a day to clear up. Guys, the tank is now complete and it is ready for me to buy this frogfish. And I know I've seen this thing in my local fish store, so we're gonna drive there real quick so we can see this thing in person. Alright guys, we are on our way to the fish store right now. Hopefully they do have it. After I arrived at the fish store, I was greeted with beautiful fish tanks. The only thing I really saw were these few fish, and they didn't even have the frogfish. They don't even have frogfish, bro. Okay, I just called the other local store around me and they have a wartskin. A wartskin. So I went to go see this wartskin in person. Oh my god, guys. I literally just found one. The price was a bit hefty at $120, but at least I collect coins so I can pay it off easier. Hello?
Mommy?
Hello?
Hold on.
Oh, shit. Oh my god. Can I get the frogfish? The wartskin right here?
Oh, okay, salt water. The pie okay.
Sorry?
My pie okay.
Okay.
My pie is scary, man. Look like a poison, you know, right? No poison, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Shortly after, he bagged up our new frogfish and walked it up to the front counter. I also bought this yellow fake coral so he can blend in when he hunts. I just got him. There he is. If you look closely, he was wiggling his worm in his bag.
Oh my god. Wait, he's trying to catch a fish right now. His little lure thing's getting activated.
We're gonna buckle him in so he doesn't fly through the window when we crash. The first thing I had to do when I got home was to install the coral so he has a hiding spot. I then let the frogfish sit in the tank and acclimate for the next 20 minutes. So unlike how regular fish have scales and slime, frogfish are actually quite the opposite. Just like a shark, frogfish actually have sandpapery texture. This just enhances their camouflage, allowing them to blend seemingly with their surroundings. So before we take our new fish out, I'd like to get my grippers on our frogfish and feel him out.
Look at his arm. Please don't bite me. Oh my gosh. He's like rough. Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Yo, he's squirting everywhere. As you guys just saw, our frogfish was squirting everywhere and gliding all over the place, which is actually one of the first abilities I wanted to showcase, because you see, frogfish have these little holes on the back of their fins, just like an octopus. But since they hate swimming so much, they use their super gliders to their advantage. Every time they breathe out, they propel themselves with force. In their belly, you can see how jiggly it is just because it's filled with water. Luckily, I got a clip of our frogfish's hole just to show you guys it's true. Alright guys, so our frogfish is chilling right now. I've been calling him Fwog, but I don't know if that should be his name, so please leave name recommendations in the comments. But just so you guys know, this is one of the coolest animals I've gotten so far. So there's a lot of superpowers I want to share, like him actually hunting, but the next one I want to show you guys is their ability to be insanely camouflaged. As you guys can see here, I caught Fwog trying to blend in with the fake coral that we got him. If you look closely, he uses his two arms to stabilize himself, just so he can stay as still as he possibly can. Because if he gets spotted, he's gonna get torn a new one. But if you ever see frogfish in the wild, you might come across one that is very hairy. Some people like hairy, but I don't know. That's why I went with the smooth wartskin. Although I don't know if warts would be better. But if the territory around the frogfish is very bumpy, they will actually create little bumps on their skin to mimic their surroundings. But the third ability is one of the weirdest. They can walk underwater. Yes, these things have arms, and I also consider these feet. Unlike a tuna where they dart through the water, frogfish are actually quite the opposite. They rely on staying still and blending in because they are ambush predators. Walking lets them move precisely and slowly so it doesn't blow their cover. So while they can still swim, walking is just more of their thing. These things are masters of disguise, and let me tell you, they have patience. But with stealth and patience, that makes them one of the best ambushers out there. Leading us to their fourth ability, hunting, is one of their most interesting traits. For instance, frogfish have a fishing pole sticking out of their head with a lure. But one of the cool things about their lure is that it literally has scent to attract prey. But if you look at their mouths, you might think that they're mad all the time. But they're actually for the streets because their mouths can expand to 12 times the size. To show you guys they will eat literally anything, this is a tiny frogfish eating a big goldfish. They will literally eat fish bigger than they are. So now I want to see Fwog eat for myself. Alright guys, he is currently in hunting mode. He's trying to lure a prey in, so I'm gonna go get a little fish and see if he'll eat it. Alright guys, I got the fish. This thing actually got recommended to me. I grabbed the tiny fish and put it inside of the tank. Oh my god. Yo, he's slowly moving to him. Sadly, this fish escaped, but you can just see how devilish this fish is. I put another one in, but watch what happens. You can definitely tell how patient he is by not moving an inch. He migrates down to the fish with stealth. Watch how this fish is truly a master of disguise. If we watch in 10% speed, you can truly see how quick they are. This is another fish I fed to him, but it just amazes me how fast they really are at eating. Since he eats them whole, you can see them jiggling in his belly. But like I said earlier, please comment really cool names for our frogfish, or if we should just keep calling him Fwog. But if you made it all the way to the end, please subscribe as we're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. But if you like this video, you would probably like this one equally as much.